It felt like we were kids again, having one of those days where the sun never goes down. A couple of months earlier, when I dislocated my shoulder in training, things were bleak. Feeling the weight of responsibility of an $80 million production resting on my left shoulder hadn't been easy. Recovering from shoulder surgery on the fly during that film was one of the toughest things I've ever done. 20 days of rehab after surgery, and I was back in the ring doing 10 3-minute rounds. Spudd had been there the whole time, keeping the camp motivated, keeping our eyes on the prize, making us laugh when it was needed. Like the day he said to the director, Ron Howard, about a clothing choice Ron had made. "Mate, I wouldn't wear that shirt to a rock fight." When you go through a journey like that, the bond is deep. Anyway, that's probably a respectable enough amount of words to constitute a forward, so I'll stop here. Hopefully the bloody email stopped now too. Prologue. I have a quote written on the walls at my gym, Spud's, that I refer to all the time. Don't let fear hold you back. From the moment I first heard it, I absolutely loved it. It sums up what I believe in. Now, I'm not going to take credit for those words. To the best of my knowledge, they were spoken by Phil Gould, one of the greatest coaches in rugby league history, also a very talented player in his day. It was 1993, and Gould was appointed coach of the City Origin team for their game against Country Origin. This was an annual fixture between the City Slickers and the Boys from the Bush, which was seen as a selection trial for the upcoming State of Origin series. The game has since been given the boot because of player workload issues. Anyway, on this day in '93, Gould was in the change rooms at Leichhardt Oval as his City side prepared for training. In his sights was the huge figure of Mark Geyer, a good mate of mine who had turned up late. MG and Gus had won a premiership together at the Panthers in 1991, but things became strained for a number of reasons and Geyer left the club to join Balmain. For whatever reason, MG missed the first training session and, after turning up late for the second session, was dumped from the team by Gus. MG, who loved to stink, was not amused. "I'll have you outside." An unflappable Gould didn't bat an eyelid. Well, don't let fear hold you back. And there it is, the quote I use on a daily, sometimes hourly, basis to motivate my clients. Not just at the gym, but also via text messages and emails. It annoys the hell out of them, and I mix the words up a bit to get my point across. Don't let a sniffle hold you back. Don't let crap weather hold you back. Don't let slow traffic hold you back. You get the picture. Looking back at my playing days, that quote from Gould sums up the way I used to go about business. To be a front row forward in the toughest competition in the world, you can't have fear. There's no time to be scared. If you feel that way, you're not going to make it very far. That is how I played rugby league. Every run I made was coming off the back fence because the harder I ran, the less chance of coming off second best when bodies collided. Sure, I spilled plenty of blood and tears and broke some bones along the way, but I feared no one. Kick-off. The ball is high in the air and the only thing going through my head is the 20 metres. That is, the 20 metres I have to run before I get pulverised by 4 or 5 blokes just as big as me. It's the moment I've been waiting for all week, when the game kicks off and I take the first carry. To me, it is the toughest run, not just in rugby league, but world sport. The only thing I can compare it to is a car crash, without the airbags. 2 objects colliding at high speed with no bracing for impact. Sure, the NFL boys in America throw themselves at each other, but they are wearing huge helmets and fiberglass shoulder pads. There's none of that protection in rugby league. As scary as it sounds, this moment meant everything to me. Whichever club I played for, Penrith, South, Manly, or the London Broncos, I insisted on taking the first run of the match. Even when playing State of Origin for New South Wales, I'd say to one of the game's truly great front rowers, Paul Chief Harrigan, to leave the first carry to me. If I didn't get it, I'd be filthy on the world. Taking that opening run...